This is TJ coming at you from GoFigureNews.com, and we are super excited to bring you some new figures from the realm of the factory master himself, Mr. Andy Warhol, who untimely met his demise approximately 30 years ago. And we're still seeing new renditions. This series here, which comes from a larger set of mystery box minis, comes from Kidrobot, and it was approved by the Andy Warhol Foundation. So pop art, what a conundrum. What an interesting story, especially in today's market. Everything is so registered and trademarked and copywritten that there, even with a slight bend of the new or new take on something of yore, becomes a litigious, questionable sphere of discussion. We are so excited that Kidrobot was able to bring these to us, and I actually really like this sort of simple, kind of retro flavor box that these are put in. I want to give a huge shout out to our friends at Tenacious Toys in New York City. You can get these on their site for an awesome price, and let me tell you, these are definitely in stock, fresh and ready. So now there are different figures here with different ratios, and it's kind of exciting to see exactly what is possibly here in this box. So for instance, there is a Warhol self-portrait, so to speak, figure with glasses that is a common, should be one in every 20 boxes. Now, you can buy a whole case of these so that you can try to mix and match and grab every last one if you're a completist, or you can trade with friends, or you can look on the gray market in a couple of months and find something that's astronomically priced. But my recommendation is, if you have friends that love minis, or you're on one of those mini sites on Facebook or on Reddit or Twitter or what have you, this might be a fun series to exchange and trade. So without further ado, I want to again do a big shout out to our friends at Tenacious Toys. And if you go to any of our stories, you just click on the top link. There'll also be one down below here, and it will direct you immediately to the page where you can find these. So we're going to open these up one by one and see what is inside, and then I'll tell you what the ratios are. Okay, so let's open up this one. I'm very excited about this series. I knew it was coming a few months in advance. There have been, of course, figures that have come out that have depicted Warhol. Medicom has put out a few, and a few other obscure one-offs have come out over the years. The inside of the box is basically yellow on the flaps. There's no particular design. Just visit kidrobot.com for lots and lots of information about the current toys that are coming out. So it comes in your typical silver inner bag, and here is what's inside. First one, let's check it out. We get, oh, this is a really, really nice one. I remember this series that he did. These were the dollar signs. Now these are articulated. The head is articulated, and it has an Andy Warhol signature on the back. So check that out. And as you do, I'll let you know what the ratio is here. And these are 3 of 40. So that is what to expect of those. I think the hardest ones to get are the sort of Velvet Underground style ones with the big banana going through. but the 3 of 40s is the second highest tier to find. So I'm excited about this. I love the color, and I love the contrast between the blue and the orange. So very, very thrilled about this. Of course, in the Dunny style, famous through Kidrobot. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the second figure, but I'm going to just share with you, as I do, that years ago I had the pleasure, being an artist in training, of meeting Mr. Warhol. I met him actually twice, both in Boston, and I shared this story when I opened up the recent custom, which I'll put the link down below again. And basically he was doing a book signing for his book America, and he was doing a talk at the Boston Public Library, and Christopher Makos was there, and Jean-Michel Basquiat was there. And so I got to meet Basquiat and Warhol at the same time that Warhol signed my book. Basquiat was sort of an unknown at the time, so the only thing I knew was I had seen that on Warhol's leather jacket there was this sort of interesting painting back there, and so he turned around, and I think I took a photograph of it. I don't seem to have the photograph. I have the photographs of Warhol. There's no photographs of me with Warhol, unfortunately. But it was quite a trip meeting the man behind the myth. Okay, now our second is, this is a nice random mix here. This is the Campbell soup can, which is blue on the top and purple on the bottom half. And I'm going to show you the back. It has his signature on the ear on the back. Very classic. Now, those also are 3 of each 40. So we're still hoping for the red hot, hard to find ratios, and a tip of the hat to the good folks over at Kidrobot for having the true mindset to put these out. I think these are great. Okay, this is number 3 of 4. Who are we gonna get? Who are we gonna get? Ooh. This is number 3. Oh, great! We got another one that is not a double. Now that's the thing, when you collect these minis, you oftentimes will get doubles, but you don't fret because you can trade with others. This, of course, depicts Marilyn Monroe. I think this is a really cool one because of the way in which it fits on the face. It's almost like a television exploding outward, and her hair bleeds over to the edge, and it goes on to the back too, which I think is cool. I like the way the eyes are just on the big head here. That is 2 of 20. 2 of 20. So that's also a good ratio. Not as good as these two, but it is still a wonderful ratio. And I think this is absolutely beautiful. They've repeated this blue color that's used in this figure also here. I think it's a very nice, I like the choice that they made in terms of the color scheme. And then, of course, the classic Warhol painting of the many Marilyns that he had painted, the Campbell soup can, and then the later paintings, which included the $sign. Now this is our final box. Let's cross our fingers for something special. And away we go. Silver, don't fail me now. And inside, oh yeah, it's something different, which is great. Oh wow, that's so cool. This is actually another one of his latter paintings, the flower paintings. It's very abstract. Of all of these, it's definitely the most abstract. This is graphic, this is classic, as is this, and then look at this one, look at the back. And I like that it broke with the blue color scheme a little bit, so I'm going to put him in here. And look at his arms. They're two different colors. One's red and one's orange. I love the red and orange. And in terms of ratios, this comes 3 of 40. So we've got 3 3 of 40s, 1 2 of 20. So all in all, I think we did pretty awesome. And I want to just fall in love with Warhol all over again and again and again and again. He was a great artist, a genius, way before his time. Who would have imagined that he could take a common household product like soap pads or, a tomato soup and turn it into a phenomenon? But it still is going to this day, obviously. And these nail it right on the head. The colors are great. The sculpt, of course, is very much in the known sphere of the style of the Dunny. I love them.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is... Please note, the new number is...
Now, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you right here next time. Over and out. Thank you.